min ajli dhalika. Because of that. Because of what? Because of the murder that Qabil committed. And min ajli dhalika, because of murder being a grave sin, because of murder being a serious crime, because of this reason, katabna, we wrote, meaning we obligated, we ordained, and this kitaba is shar'iyya. Ala Bani Israel, on the Bani Israel. Meaning we gave them this law. What law? That annahu, that indeed he, man qatala, whoever killed, nafsan, a person, a soul, bighayri nafsin, not for a soul. What does it mean by that? Man qatala nafsan bighayri nafsin, meaning bighayri nafsin qatalaha. When a person kills another, then what's the punishment for him? Qisas, that he has to be killed in return. So over here, man qatala nafsan, whoever kills a person, bighayri nafsin, not for a soul, not for a person that he killed, not for a murder that he committed. So basically, whoever kills a person who is innocent. Bighayri nafsin, what does it mean? He's not killing him as a punishment for killing a soul that he had killed. So man qatala nafsan bighayri nafsin aw fasadin fil ard, or he did not kill someone because of fasad in the earth. What does it mean by fasad fil ard? Fasad, as you know, is to spoil, to create mischief. And fasad fil ard, what does that include? Fasad fil ard, what does it include? Harming the earth. Like for example, there's houses, there are buildings, streets. What does a person do? He throws a bomb or something, and what does that affect? The trees, the plants, the buildings, the houses, the streets, the roads. So it's the physical earth. This is fasad fil ard. And the second type of fasad is fasad fi ahli al-ard. Like for example, killing people, harming people. Similarly, qat'u al-tariq. And what does that include? That if a person is traveling, then somebody comes and what does he do? He kills him, or he snatches his property, or he creates a lot of trouble for him, so it's difficult for him to travel with peace and security. Earlier we read about the qala'id, people who are traveling for Hajj. So, qat'u tariq is what? That a person comes and he disregards the fact that this person is going for Hajj, and he snatches his property, he kills his people, and he takes his money and goes away. This is what? Fasad fil ard. Similarly, fasad fil ard includes sins. Which sins? Which crimes? For which there is capital punishment. All those crimes for which there is capital punishment. Like for example, if a person leaves Islam and becomes a kafir. Similarly, if a person who is married commits zina, then what's the punishment for that? Rajm. Similarly, if a person drinks alcohol, sharibul khamr, because the punishment for sharibul khamr is just flogging. But if a person does it repeatedly, he's brought for the punishment over and over again, many, many times, but still he doesn't stop, then this is considered as fasad fil ard. You understand? It's understood as fasad fil ard. Why? Because he's not taking heed from the punishment that is being given to him. So he must be stopped. Because if he continues to indulge in this crime, then other people are going to be affected. So therefore, sharibul khamr, on whom the punishment has been carried out many, many times, and eventually, what's the punishment for him? That he should be killed. So, fasadun fil ard refers to all those actions, all those crimes, all those sins for which there is capital punishment. So, what are the two justified reasons for killing someone? First of all, qisas. meaning a person has killed someone and as a result, they're to be killed in return. Secondly, fasad fil ard, meaning all those crimes for which there is capital punishment. So over here Allah says, Man qatala nafsan, whoever killed a person, and he's killing him unjustly. Why? Because it's not the case of qisas, it's bighayri nafsin. Secondly, it's not the case of fasadin fil ard. So you understand? He's killing someone who is innocent, whose murder is not justified. Because he did not kill anyone, he did not commit any fasad fil ard because of which his murder should be justified. So in other words, man qatala nafsan, meaning whoever is killing another unjustly. Whoever kills an innocent soul, فَكَأَنَّمَا, then it is as though قَتَلَ النَّاسَ جَمِيعًا. He killed all people, جَمِيعًا, all together. So whoever kills an innocent soul, it is as though he is killing the entire mankind. He is massacring the entire mankind, the entire human race. Killing an innocent person is like killing the entire mankind. How? How is it killing the entire mankind? First of all, because the sin that a person will get for killing an innocent person is equivalent to killing every single human being. You understand? The sin for killing an innocent person is equivalent to the sin of killing the entire human race. Because he made the killing of people lawful. How? By killing one innocent person. If he's killing one innocent person, what is he showing? That killing any person, anyone, is justified. It is okay. So by killing one innocent person, he is justifying killing every single human being. Secondly, it is said that كَأَنَّمَا قَتَلَ النَّاسَ جَمِيعًا. What this means is that he will burn in the hellfire, he will suffer punishment in the hereafter, as though he had killed all people. Meaning the punishment in the hereafter will be so severe for this person, although he killed only one innocent man, that it is as though he had killed the entire human race. That serious, that great of a punishment will he suffer from in the hereafter. Thirdly, it is said that qisas should be taken from him as though he had killed all people. Which is why, what's the punishment? That you kill him in return. You don't let him live. Because it is as though he has killed the entire mankind. You know, sometimes you wonder that, okay, he killed another, it's only one person. I mean, why should he be killed in return? Just put him in jail for a few years. That he should give some money, he should pay a fine, and that's it, just let him go. But this crime is so serious that qisas will be taken from him, as punishment will be carried on him, as though he had killed the entire human race. Because every single human life is sacred. And killing an innocent person, what does it lead to? Killing more people. Others have said that what it means by this particular ayah is that من قتل نفسا بغير نفس أو فساد في الأرض فكأنما قتل الناس جميعا. What this means is that whoever kills a person whose murder will lead to many more murders. That a person kills one innocent man, but as a result, only one man will not be killed. That murder will lead to many, many more murders. Like for example, if the ruler, if the imam, if the sultan, if he is killed, then what happens as a result of that? There is no law and order, and people, they go on killing every single person. Every single person whom they find. Similarly, if someone who is of a high status, someone who is of high status in religion, like for example, for the Bani Israel in particular, they killed many prophets. So if you can kill a prophet, if you can kill the imam, then who can you kill? Everybody else. If you don't respect the prophet, if you don't respect the leader, will you respect anybody else? No. So this is why فَكَأَنَّمَا قَتَلَ النَّاسَ جَمِيعًا, because this murder will lead to many, many more murders. وَمَنْ أَحْيَاهَا, and whoever gave life to it. To who? To a person who is innocent. Now, he gives life to him, doesn't mean that he blows ruh into him. No, what does it mean? That he saved life. That he saved the life of a person who is innocent, whose killing is not justified, because it's not that he committed murder, nor did he commit any fasad fil ard for which he should be killed. So whoever gave life to it, meaning he saved the life of an individual. How did he save the life of an individual? First of all, by kafful yad, by restraining one's own hand. That a person intended to kill him, but then he did not kill him. He even tried to kill him, but then he stopped. Like for example, Habil and Qabil. Qabil was trying to kill Habil. Now, halfway through, imagine if he just stopped. He's like, no, what I'm doing is wrong. So this is what? He is saving the life of a person whom he was about to kill. Secondly, أحياها includes دفع الصائد, meaning if there is a person who is under attack, there is a person who is under attack and he's being killed. So a person comes and rescues him. A person comes and saves him. Like for example, there is a person who is drowning. Another sees him and he goes and rescues him. Similarly, there is a person who is being killed by another, who is being beaten up by another, and he knows that if he continues to beat him, he's going to kill him. So what does he do? He stops the person who is beating the other. And as a result, what is he doing? He's saving the life of a person. Similarly, there is a person who is trapped in fire. So he goes and rescues him. This is what? Saving life. So first of all, what does it include? By restraining one's own hand. Secondly, by rescuing someone, preventing the murder of someone, preventing the death of someone. And this includes all those people who try to save other people's lives, whether they are in the emergency or they are in any other capacity, rescue workers in any way whatsoever. It includes all such activities as well. Thirdly, man ahyaha, this is understood as that a person, he increases the awareness of the prohibition of killing. That he stops other people by teaching them that don't kill, don't murder. Like for example, if a doctor, for instance, he or she spreads the awareness that if you abort your child, this is not miscarry, this is aborting the child, this is like murder. So if he or she spreads this awareness among the people who come to him, then what is he doing? He is saving life by spreading awareness. Similarly, there is a person who makes other people realize that this is murder and this is something very serious and this is a huge crime and there is great punishment in the akhirah. So what is he doing? He's saving lives of people by spreading awareness. If a person is dying out of extreme hunger, there is a famine somewhere, and if a person sends food over there, he goes and tries to feed the hungry over there, then that is also saving life. We think that we are only responsible for saving our lives, or the lives of our family members, or our children, our friends. But what about those people who are dying out of hunger, out of disease, out of sickness, that nobody's there to take care of them? And I'm sure all of you must have seen that video recently on CNN about this person in India who feeds the hungry and who doesn't just feed them, but he also goes and gives them baths and he cleans them and he cuts their hair and he looks after them. This is what? Saving human life. Because if they're left over there, what's going to happen? They're going to die because of the hunger. They're going to die because of the filth that they're in. Because nobody's taking care of them. Spreading awareness of the sanctity of human life. This is what? Saving human life. And this includes warning our children who play such video games in which they're killing every single person whom they see. I remember once I was watching some people playing this video game and they asked me to come and play with them as well. And I tried, but I was like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to kill that man. He's like, no, you're supposed to kill him because otherwise he's going to harm you. I was like, I can't kill him. I just didn't have the guts to kill him, even though it was just a game. But there are people who are playing such games all the time and they're shooting one after the other, one animal after the other, one human after the other. Yes, it's only a game. But if you can kill 1,000 people on a TV screen, one day, 2 hours, 3 hours, then you think killing one human being in real life is going to be difficult? It's not going to be difficult. People's hearts, they become desensitized. They're so used to watching so much violence, whether it is on TV, in movies, or it is in video games, that they don't respect human life anymore. They don't respect human life anymore. So we must spread this awareness within our children, within people who are around us, that they should be careful about what they watch. Similarly, there are so many movies out there in which people are being killed one after the other, all in the name of action. I mean, is that all action that's left in this world? Children who are very young, 5 years old, very young children, they're playing games in which they're killing others, they're chopping off their heads, they're brutally killing them. So this is losing respect for human life. Over here Allah says, وَمَنْ أَحْيَاهَا, whoever gave life to a human being, meaning whoever saved his life, by either stopping himself from killing him or by stopping other people from killing him, either actively or by advising people.
Assalamu alaikum. I remember reading a psychological research on serial killers, and many of the serial killers, when they were younger, they used to torture little animals and kill little animals. So when you see usually little kids, you see them, they're beeping at ants and killing those little ants, and it starts from that small thing. If you preserve even the lives of even animals, then you even respect the lives of
Exactly, which is why وَمَنْ أَحْيَاهَا فَكَأَنَّمَا أَحْيَا النَّاسَ جَمِيعًا. It is as though he saved the life of all people. It is as though he saved the life of all people. Because if you don't respect even one human being, whether on TV, on the screen, in a video game, or in real life, then you cannot respect any human being. وَمَنْ أَحْيَاهَا فَكَأَنَّمَا أَحْيَا النَّاسَ جَمِيعًا. It is as though he saved all of human life. What does it mean by that? That first of all, he will get the reward of saving the life of entire mankind. That he was able to kill someone, but he didn't kill him. He saw someone who was at the verge of dying, but he saved his life. He spread awareness, and because of that awareness, people didn't kill others. As a result of that, he will get the reward of saving the life of the entire human race, of the entire mankind. Secondly, it is said, فَكَأَنَّمَا أَحْيَا النَّاسَ جَمِيعًا. What this means is that it is incumbent upon all mankind, upon all people, to thank him. It is incumbent upon all people to thank him, because it is as though he has saved all of them. It is as though he has saved all of them. He rescued one person. He rescued one person. He saved one person from dying. But he actually saved the entire human race. Why? Because he cares for the entire human race, for all people. Therefore, all people should thank him. All people should support him. Everyone should appreciate his action. Because he has done a favor not just to that one person, but by extension, he has done a huge favor to all people. If he can feel for that one person, then that shows that he cares for all people. فَكَأَنَّمَا أَحْيَا النَّاسَ جَمِيعًا. We can also understand from this that we should be concerned about the feelings of other people. That how people are emotionally killed, emotionally murdered sometimes because of the way they're treated. And we only think that food is their nutrition, but love is also nutrition. I mean, children who are deprived of love, how do they grow up? So, yes, definitely this ayah is about life and death. However, by extension, we can also apply this to caring for other human beings, about their emotions, about their feelings. Because if a person his emotions are hurt, then it is as though he is dead from inside. وَلَقَدْ جَاءَتْهُمْ رُسُلُنَا بِالْبَيِّنَاتِ. And certainly, our messengers came to them with the clear signs. Came to who? The Bani Israel. Because at the beginning of the ayah, what was said? كَتَبْنَا عَلَى بَنِي إِسْرَائِيل. وَلَقَدْ جَاءَتْهُمْ رُسُلُنَا بِالْبَيِّنَاتِ. Our messengers came to them with the clear signs. And we know that the Bani Israel, they killed many messengers, many prophets of Allah. They killed many prophets of Allah, which is why this is something that was ordained for the Bani Israel. This was in their law. That if someone killed even one person, it is as though he has killed all people. If someone saves even one person, it is as though he has saved all people. This was something very serious for them. So our messengers came to them with the clear signs. And what does the clear signs refer to? The miracles that the prophets, the messengers performed. It also includes the clear commands that the messenger brought. So, وَلَقَدْ جَاءَتُمْ رُسُلُنَا بِالْبَيِّنَاتِ ثُمَّ إِنَّ كَثِيرًا مِّنْهُمْ بَعْدَ ذَلِكَ. Then, indeed, many among them, after that, meaning after the coming of the messengers and after knowing the sin of this crime of murder, fil ardi, in the earth, they are lamusrifun, surely ones who cross limits, ones who are extravagant. Musrifun is from the root letter sin, rafa, and israf is to exceed and go out of the bounds of adl, i'tidal, of balance, of that which is appropriate. So basically, israf is to exceed the appointed had, the fixed limit. So despite that, on the earth, what are these people doing? They're crossing limits. How? They're overstepping the bounds through disbelief, through killing, through murder, not respecting human life. Not respecting human life. They don't care if it's children whom they're killing, if it's innocent women whom they're killing, if it is innocent men whom they're killing. They don't care. They're exceeding the limits of respect, of dignity, of respecting human life. Despite the fact that the messengers came to them, what did they do? They killed many messengers. What do we learn from this ayah? First of all, we see that the commands that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given, the laws that He has given, they are all based on some illah, on some cause. Meaning, every command that Allah has given, it is because of a reason that He has given that command. No command is meaningless. No command, no prohibition in our deen is meaningless. There is always some wisdom behind a command that Allah has given. Where do we learn this from? From this ayah. Min ajli dhalika. Because of that. Because if you read that story of Habil and Qabil, what does it show? How evil murder is. How evil murder is. That a person doesn't even care that it's my own brother. It's another human being. And if you think of it, what's the cause? What's the reason behind killing someone? Jealousy, hatred. It's just petty issues if you think of it. Small issues. And if a person just accepts the decree, he can be over with it. So because of this reason, murder is such a huge crime. Because it leads to great consequences. So what does it show to us? That the commands that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given, they're all based on some illah, on some hikmah. There is some objective behind them. Secondly, we also learn from this ayah that killing, murder, is a great sin. In fact, it is a major sin. And a person who kills someone without right is as though he has killed all of mankind. The Prophet ﷺ said, it is unlawful for you to shed the blood of one another or take unlawfully the property of one another. It is unlawful for you, it is haram upon you to kill one another, to shed the blood of one another. Abu Hurairah radhiyallahu anhu, he narrated, as you know that after Umar radhiyallahu anhu, who became the Khalifa? Uthman radiallahu anhu. And there were some people who rebelled. And there were some people who came to Medina and they had besieged Uthman radiallahu anhu in his house. And they were attempting to kill him. So Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu, he said that I entered on Uthman radiallahu anhu when he was under siege in his house. And I said to him, I have come to give you my support. Now it is good to fight defending you. Meaning I have come to defend you. These people are outside your house and they want to kill you. So I am here to defend you, to support you, O leader of the faithful. Uthman radiallahu anhu said, O Abu Hurairah, does it please you that you kill all people including me? Does it please you that you kill all people including me? Abu Hurairah said that I said no. He said, if you kill one man even, it is as if you killed all people. Yes, they are coming to kill me, but I am not going to kill them. And you, in my defense, are not going to kill them. Because if you do, then what are you doing? It is as though you were killing all people, including me. So Uthman radiallahu anhu said, therefore, go back with my permission for you to leave. May you receive your reward and be saved from burden. May Allah reward you for your intention to save me, to protect me, to support me. And may Allah save you from the burden of killing someone unrightfully. Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu said, so I went back and I did not fight. We also learned from another hadith in which the Prophet ﷺ said, Unsur akhaka zaliman aw mazlumun. Support your brother whether he was unjust or the victim of injustice. So the people asked, what about the one who is unjust? I mean, how are we supposed to help him? He said, prevent and stop him from committing injustice. Stop him from committing injustice. So if you hear that someone is planning to kill someone, then what should you do? If someone even has the intention of killing another. Because remember, making the intention even is incorrect. If you know that somebody just says, I wish I could kill them, I wish I could get rid of them. Because many people have the intention, as we discussed yesterday. So what is our responsibility? That we should stop them. And if we stop them, then it is as though we are saving the life of the entire human race. We also learn from this ayah that the punishment for fasad fil ard, what is it? It is qatl. The punishment for fasad fil ard is qatl. Where do we learn that from? Because he killed a man بِغَيْرِ نَفْسٍ أَوْ فَسَادٍ فِي الْأَرْضِ. What does that show? That there are two cases in which killing someone is justified. First of all, when he has killed another. Secondly, fasad fil ard. So the punishment for fasad fil ard is qatl. And fasad fil ard includes highway robbery. But remember that every fasad fil ard is not of the same gravity. It is not as serious. Like for example, fasad is also wasting food. So does it mean that if somebody is wasting food, you're going to kill them? No. Okay? There are different levels and it's going to be decided by the judge. We also learn from this ayah about the love that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has for people. That human life is so precious. Is so precious to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That even if one person is killed unjustly, look at the punishment. That it is as though a person is killing all people. And if a person even saves one human being, it is as though he is saving all people. What does it show? How much Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves human beings. And how sad it is that a person does zulm on himself and he presents himself for punishment. That Allah is so ghayur, He is so protective about you, that if somebody kills even one person, if somebody kills you unjustly, He will punish that person so severely. How unjust would you be to yourself that you are presenting yourself for punishment? Do you understand? That how much Allah cares for human life and how less we care about ourselves. How least concerned we are about ourselves, that we willingly present ourselves for punishment. So such a person definitely is of the asfal safilin, and therefore he will be in the hellfire. We also learn from this ayah that the Rasul that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sends, he is always mubayyin, meaning he always clarifies. What? The message that he has brought. Because وَلَقَدْ جَاءَتْهُمْ رُسُلُنَا بِالْبَيِّنَاتِ, our messengers came to them with clear signs. And earlier also we have read that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam يُبَيِّنُ لَكُمْ, he clarifies for you. So what does it show? That the messenger, whatever he brought, he clarified, he made it known to the people. Recitation. If you look at it, fasad fil ard, it includes all those crimes for which there is capital punishment. Why? Because these crimes as well, what do they lead to? Murder. It leads to more fasad, more corruption, more death. Like for example, if there is a person who is married and he commits zina, what's the punishment for that person? Rajm, that he must be killed. Because many times what happens? People who do such actions, it leads to murder within family. Like for example, if the husband finds out that my wife has done this, then what is he going to do? He's going to kill her. He's going to go kill that man, isn't he? Similarly, if the father or the male relative finds out, then what is he going to do? He's going to kill her, or he's going to go kill that man. So it leads to many, many murders and deaths. This is why, stop the problem right there. Don't let it spread, because it will lead to the murder of many, many more people. When a person does not have tawakkul on Allah, then he goes on pursuing, fulfilling his base desires, which in result causes zulm on other people, injustice against other people.